Hi, my name is Rona Ichenogwa, and you're welcome to Creative Female Convergence.
I'm going to be welcoming Mary and Inalegwu. I hope. Sorry. Huh? Sorry. No vex. She's a media, visual artist and journalist based here in Nigeria. She is a dynamic and versatile professional with a strong background in documentary photography, freelance journalism, content creation, and poetry, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a love for adventure. With a keen eye for storytelling, she transforms ordinary moments into compelling narratives that illuminate hope and inspire change. Her dedication to community development has led her to successfully manage and contribute to various impactful projects. She has volunteered with renowned organizations such as Art for Humanity Foundation, Voluntary Service Overseas, the Nigerian Youth Engagement Network, using her skills to empower communities, amplify marginalized voices, and drive social transformation. Through her evocative imagery and thought-provoking writing, Eni continues to challenge perspectives and spark meaningful conversations, committed to using her creative gifts as a force for positive change. Help me welcome Mary Inalegwu. She'll be talking to us on accelerating action, volunteering for growth. Sorry, man, no vex. Your mic is there.
Okay. Hello everyone once again. So the name is Mary Inalegwu. Okay, so I'm really excited to be here today. I've not really been privileged to speak in public, except maybe with friends, little groups. I'm really, really glad to be here today. And seeing everybody's faces looking all bright and nice. So I'm going to start with a question, right? How many of us here have actually volunteered before? Beautiful. And how was your experience like? Let me just take one person. How was your experience like volunteering? Who's going?
Okay, I would say it was a very pleasant experience because I volunteered because I wanted knowledge. It was with an IT company, so I volunteered. And though they didn't pay me, it was mostly free work, but I gained a lot basically. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So today we're going to be talking about accelerating action, volunteering for growth, and I'm looking at the aspect of how volunteering shapes we as individuals and our communities. Right now, growing up in the north, right, I had a lot of experience with war. So when I was in Kaduna as a kid, that was when there was this really great massacre that happened, and a lot of people died. You walk around the street to see people laying dead on the floor. And I was in school as at that time, came out, witnessed a lot of things I don't want to really remember. But then coming down to a different part of the country, I got to see a different picture, another side of the coin. As at then, I never, if you told me that I was going to be a journalist or I was going to go into writing or stuff, I would say that you don't know what you're saying, But going into different spaces and going into different communities made me understand that the world is so big, not just like as we are now. We're in a community of female creatives, right? What are those things we can explore on our own, living or standing right here in our communities? Now, if I didn't venture into creating different platforms or engaging in different platforms, I wouldn't really be able to stand here today to say, oh, talk to us about volunteering or talk to us about community development. So over the years, I I volunteered with TV stations. I volunteered with NGOs. I just wanted to be in all the spaces. I wanted to just be trying things. It was fun. It was really fun for me because I didn't have anything to lose. It was just go into the space. After all, they're not paying you, so it's very easy to just be there and do your thing. So from there, I started learning how to write. I started learning how to edit videos, and then from there, I moved to holding the camera, started knowing what shutter button was or what ISO was and stuff like that. So I wanted to take the whole thing further. I joined the community. It's called Shutters Network. So there they just give some details as regards to what photography is, give us some lectures and stuff like that. Then the call came that we should go to a community to learn how to actually do documentary photography. And I was the only one that showed up after the entire class was hyped that, hey, we're going to a community. So when they realized that it was going to be a Fulani community, everybody just withdrew. You know, when you hear Fulani, the whole mindset of people were like, oh, Fulani, wait, what if they break my head or something or do something harmful to me? So when we went into the community with Mr. Shepherd, he didn't know how to speak Hausa. So he couldn't really communicate with the people. So I started speaking with them. We spoke, and then they offered us water and food. So I waited surprised. And then he said, Anna, you see, this is the other side of the coin I'm talking about. We're going to explore this community. And I will tell you that from that time, that was like 6 years ago, till now, I still visit that community. And right now, every child in that community is in school. Every child in that community now knows how to read and to write. Because I didn't just stop there at that practical session. I still went back to that community. So it wasn't a one-day photography thing. It was a process for me. And I didn't even take it that I was doing something. I just felt like, oh, sorry, I'm very sorry. Okay, so I just took it that I was just doing my thing. Like, I just wanted to really show these people that there is something beyond just the photographs they take them every day. So the woman, I used to call her Iron Lady, she told me something when I wanted to take her a picture. She was like, calling up is women. Every time they come here, they take our pictures. We see it in different platforms. But then we are not really, they don't really capture what we want as a community. How is your picture going to be any different from the ones, people come here to take us every time? And then I went home. I first of all drafted a poem on that statement she made. And then I posted it online. And then I just said, for every photographer or for every content creator out there, please, when you visit a community or when you go to get stories, don't just get the stories and leave them. What impact are you willing to make, or what change are you willing to make due to that story you have in your hands? You can see what Fati did with, what she did in her community and everything. That's the same thing when it comes to volunteering, right? How is it going to affect you as a person and the community you are in at that particular time? So over time, Stallion Bank showed interest in coming to drill a borehole for the community because they didn't have water. And then Illinois Children's Fund also decided to fund the education of every child in the community. And from there till today, so I'm going further with them. By next week, we're going to start a computer literacy program with them. So moving. So let's just come back to our class, right? Let's just, since I've used that foundation, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so the power of volunteering. My points are really very punchy. Okay, so the power of volunteering. Volunteering benefits both volunteer, right, and the community. That's what it's supposed to do. So it's not just you following maybe a particular group of people to a place you see, oh, yes, so we went to this community today, and this is how. Can you imagine? This is how the people are eating. This is how the people are living. Yes, we know, but what are you willing to do to change something about the community you just visited, or what are you willing to do to? What difference are you willing to make? How is your own impact going to be different, right? Good. So it enhances personal growth, career opportunities, and social impact. We've heard from Fati's story and every other person who actually spoke today. And we get to see that now volunteering takes you through a process in life that not just sets you to or puts you in a point where, say, you just um, work for someone like the normal paid job, but it grounds you in whatever it is you're doing. You get to know not just more about who you are volunteering with, but it also gives you a deeper insight as to your person because it sparks something inside of you. Take, for instance, that community we visited at Abuja. When I entered the community, I didn't shoot throughout that day. The only thing I didn't know when I put back my camera into the bag because I was more interested in the people living in that community. You can imagine in a place as Abuja, people don't have water to drink, like clean water. We followed them to where they get water, and it's just a very muddy, small place. They just use their cup to fetch water. And it's in the middle, the heart of Abuja, Patampe, the heart, very close to Aso Radio. And then people are living there like that. So I'm just like, how is this even possible? You know? And the next time we went visiting, the only thing I did was have an interaction with the king, with their chief and all of that. But then volunteering doesn't just connect you to people in your immediate environment. It takes you beyond to get to understand and see things from other people's point of view. How is the world on your side? How is the world on my side? This is the world on my side. How is your world? Do you get? We're in different locations. We are spread across different locations, and we all of us have different things we need to offer to our communities. You're a writer. What is your writing doing for me? What is your writing doing for your community? So we need to understand this tool or this power we have as creatives. What are we willing to do with it to ignite certain change in our communities or in the world at large? Right? Next slide, please. Okay, so personal growth through volunteering. Now, volunteering develops leadership, communication and teamwork skills. Over time, after I volunteered with a lot of people, I then realized that I'm a very shy person, right? I'm someone that is very in my side, in my space. I don't really like to interact with a lot of people, but then volunteering made me understand that you can't really go far without people. You can't. You need one or two persons in a space. They spoke about talking to each other. What do you do? Hey, wow, I love your jean. I love this dress. I love your shoe. Just start a conversation with someone. You never know where it will lead you. That's how volunteering is. You're coming from this place, you're coming from this space. Hey, what's going on in your community? What do you think we could do there? Do you get? That's how volunteering is. And that's how I started Destin Stars Initiative International. So currently, what I do with teenagers, for now, I'm going on a school tour to see how I can get interested participants in the creative space, children basically from ages 10 to 18. Those are the people I'm focused on to see how, from a very early age, they get to explore the things I never did. From that point, okay, they are now being welcomed into the creative space to do things on their own, see what their hands can actually do for them, right? And that was how we started. I spoke to a few persons, hey, how far would you like to come on board? And then we started, I started something with my friend that time, Habiba. We called it Faces Behind the Camera. where that was when I chatted Fati up for the first time on Instagram. And I think she was willing to be on our show as at that time. But then, well, Habiba got married and everything had a hold. But we started something, and I was telling Fati the other day that we're going to still continue with that because it's a really interesting, view where you get to experience the life of a photographer beyond just their images or their camera, right? So, okay, it boosts confidence and emotional intelligence, helps people discover their passions and purpose, right? They were talking about a lot of purpose and vision, and as a person, what's your vision in life? But you see, it takes process. Volunteering is one of those processes. It takes you through a journey of, okay, I've tried this with this particular organization. Okay, the program is ended. What next do I do? It gives you this confidence that you can actually do something, no matter how small it is. Next slide, please. Okay, so it gives you this confidence to tell yourself that, okay, I have this power inside of me, or I have this. You wake up in the morning and then there's this thing in your heart that keeps bothering you. Like for me, it's for the teenagers. Like I'm so upset when I see the entertainment industry being misused by a lot of people. And our children are going to be exposed to these things in the future. How do you correct this? How do you start impacting? How do you start correcting these narratives the younger people have at the moment, right? So career growth and opportunities. Now, employers value volunteering experiences. That's when you're looking at, okay, when people will be saying that, me we just come up from school, how I want to get 5 years experience, volunteering gives you this opportunity to have these experiences, first-hand experiences. So it's not about how long you've been out of school. Even in school, you can still engage in little, projects and activities. Even within the school, you can start something on your own. So it's not until maybe you are out of school, how I won't get 5 years experience when I just graduate. You can start from where you are, right? Next slide. Okay, volunteering impact on the community. Now, creates lasting change and improves lives. Small actions can have a ripple effect. Volunteers inspire others to take action. Now, if you have, for instance, you are being engaged in probably a volunteering activities, and then you guys were selected to come and do something. When you get involved in that thing, there's this thing inside of you that gets sparked up. Like, I can actually do something now in line with this in my community. It makes you start being aware of what is lacking in your environment. When you get that to a certain space, you start to look for a problem to solve. You start to recognize the problem around your environment. Volunteering gives you that opportunity. So when you are, for instance, you come to a space and you be like, okay, you're creatives now. You just see a child walk by and then you be like, okay. And then maybe tomorrow, that child is all grown. Maybe he's 10 years old. And maybe he's still even acting the way he's acting. That's a problem. You need to look for how you solve how you solve it. It gives you that awareness. It sparks something inside of you. And that was what it did for me, seriously. I became aware of everything that was around my environment. So if I go to my village, I am troubled to see the youth. I would just be like, okay, you see a 13-year-old pregnant. You see a 12-year-old pregnant. Not that she was forced, but with her consent. Do you get? It's a problem, right, that I saw the need to actually tackle. And I believe in, even if I cannot affect the whole world at once, but one person equals the world. Because one person can give birth to lots of generation. Right? Okay, so overcoming barriers to volunteering. Now, a lot of us will be like, okay, I don't have that time. I have this to do, I have that to do. Fati said something, you can do a lot of things. You have time, you have all the ample time in the world to do everything. Do you get? You have every time. Now, I don't know where to start. She asked a question about, okay, how do you start to put up things together and all of that. Just start first, write it down. The idea comes, pen it down. It's not about, it doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of us want it to be perfect before we put it out there. Mm-mm. You just need to put it out there and see how far it can go. She was talking about how just one image she posted did or sparked something inside the hearts of people. How about that? Just that one word maybe you posted, just ignite something inside the heart of someone. Put it out there, start something. And then I'm just one person. Yes, the word in its own, everything about life starts with one person, right? Because one person had the idea and then brought it out and shared it with you. And then you'd be like, oh, wow, that's a good one. Let's do something. You key into it. It started with what? One person. So it doesn't matter if you feel like, oh, this project looks so big in my head. It's not big. Just start it. Start it small, step by step, to begin the process, right? And you will get there. That's the fact. So next slide, please. Now, call to action, right? So volunteering isn't giving time. It's about growth, opportunity, and change, right? What is one action? So this is a question now, right? What is one volunteering action you can take at this time, this week? Let's say today. It's a question. Oh. I'm going to need like two persons to answer. What is that one thing you feel like, even if you don't have money, in the next maybe 3 months, you're going to be able to actualize it? You're going to start. Hey, she has something. Should I come?
The question was, what's the next line of action I'm going to take towards volunteering? So through volunteering, okay. Um, okay, so I happen to be part of a student leadership organization, JCI, that's Junior Chamber International, Nigeria, University of Benin. And they do a lot of activities and volunteering. So they put out flyers, call for volunteers. And since 100 level, I have been part of them, volunteering, my writing and stuff, but I haven't really gone out to, follow them and go through the process. So that's one thing I'm going to do differently now. This semester, I'm going to go out with them for community projects and amplify my voice in any way I can. So that is something that I look forward to doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. I think this crowns my talk for today. I don't know. I think I've spoken enough. So I ended with this statement: the best way you find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And literally, that's what we do every day: lose ourselves in the service of others. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any questions? Any questions at all? Okay.
It's a beautiful talk about volunteering, and I also started as a volunteer. But she said that her experience was very pleasant, but mine was
Was not.
sadly unpleasant. So I would say that volunteering is this great thing that we all aspire to do. But what if you, as a volunteer, have a horrible experience in that place or organization that you are volunteering for? How do you navigate those kind of mental health issues that may make you jaded about volunteering? Because I think that we portray a very beautiful picture of it, but there are harsh realities as well in volunteering. If you volunteer with the wrong organization, how do you navigate that kind of thoughts and wanting to reach out again to others?
Okay, that's a beautiful one. So thank you so much. There are certain organization I volunteered with that was not funny at all, right? And how did I get out of it? It was because before I actually ventured into volunteering, I understood or I tried to understand myself. Discovering yourself makes you understand the part you're on. When you're in a certain space and you know that that space is not for you, you're gonna leave to another space. And to be honest with you, I can't count how many places I left because I knew this was not where I was supposed to be. Right? When I came out of school, the first place I volunteered with Diplomatic Vista. It's a magazine organization. They print magazines and all of that. Okay, after just like 1 week, the entire staffs were either giving space, giving face, some funny looks, and then they keep putting me in a spot where as if I was trying to come and take over something from them or something. Like the whole place was so stuffy for me. I couldn't breathe, to be honest. I just went home one day. I didn't come back. And then my dad was like, and what happened to like daddy that place? I couldn't breathe. And then, I didn't go back there. And after that, there are other scenarios. So when you find yourself in a point where you feel like this place is killing me, I can't breathe here. Nigga, go outside and breathe. Do you understand? Go out and breathe. Because the world doesn't revolve around that place. Just like it doesn't revolve around you. Right? So go find where you find peace. In a space where you find peace, be there for as long as you want.
All right.
Thank you very much. I want to add to what Mary just said. While it is very, very advisable for you to leave a toxic work environment, right? Volunteering is not a walk in the park, right? When I said my experience was very pleasant, I was not talking about you. I was talking about the fact that I saw what I was looking for, right? But then, first of all, in the environment, you as a volunteer in a Nigerian in a Nigerian organization, you automatically read house help because you will buy coffee. You will not coffee. You will buy akara. You buy beans. You buy bole. It is normal, right? At the point, I was like, the heck, I'm a 400 level student. These guys, they don't see my dignity. Well, I came for the knowledge, right? And then, aside the fact that you might actually be in a toxic work environment, you going out to meet, like what Mary said, communities, it's not easy. There are people that will talk to you anyhow. Trying to get information from people, it's not going to be easy. But like the quote she closed with, losing yourself in service of others, it is very valid. When you are volunteering, go with the idea that you don't have dignity, you don't have pride. You are there to serve. That's why you are volunteering, right? They are not paying you and you are serving people. So you shouldn't be all, put your guards up and be like, oh, it is not very convenient, it's not sweet, I'm going to leave. Right, thank you very much. So that's it.
Thank you.
All right. Is that all? Okay.
Okay. So thank you very much for everything you said so far.
Thank you.
So when Rona was talking about how when you're volunteering, you take off your dignity and everything, just go for what you want. I'm like, that's valid though. But what about some people that don't like disrespect? It's not like pride, but like you talk to somebody one kind, mental health, depression. So how do you now like work through it? Like, okay, I want to get this, but I want that while I'm doing this, you guys don't pass your boundary, don't disrespect me because I would not also disrespect you. Give me my respect, let me give you your respect, let everybody be happy.
Okay.
That's a very, very relatable question because me as a person, I don't like disrespect either. But the truth is that I don't know how best to put this, but I feel like humans are fluid. You're elastic. You're not just made one way. You volunteering is not just, you are not doing service to other people. You are doing service to yourself as well. You are learning new traits, tolerance, most especially. So, in as much as it's not easy, right? It's not going to be easy. Honestly speaking, it's not going to be easy at all. And definitely, you need to state your boundaries. Okay, this is what I don't like. Oh. But people must still cross boundaries. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
People are not robots that you program. They must cross boundaries. But you by yourself at your own end, you learn tolerance. You learn to be able to take some kind of harsh words because you are doing people a service. You are volunteering, right?
And also, you keep your eyes on what is most important to you. Let's say, for instance, you are there to, you know what you're learning from them. Once you are done, you can go. You get, like, when I was with VSO, I was there really to understand how concept notes was written and how to write a report, a good report for an NGO. So I was there for that thing. So anything they are doing, my focus is on that thing I'm learning. That's the fact. So disrespect will come. Even on a daily basis, when you are here, someone can still disrespect you. Someone can still step on your toes. But at the end of the day, your eyes is on what's most important, what you're there for. In school, don't people disrespect you? You won't leave the school premises for them. Do you get? Because you know what you're there for. And once you're done with what you're there for, you leave. You graduate and you leave. That's the same thing with volunteering. It's like a school. It will end up, there are days you just go home and then tears drops out of your eyes. Be like, what is this? But then it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's still a process. Like I said, I'm like, I can tolerate anything. There's nothing I cannot tolerate. I will just smile about it and just forget it. The next minute, I'm thinking of the next thing to do because I know what I'm there for.
All
So
right.
forget them.
All right. Thank you.